Recently, I have seen many new indie games being released to the public, but I always wonder, why can't I ever make a game this good?
I'm kinda done with hanging out in bottle service. You confuse me, yeah, you use me, but that's just as well. Just goes to show that you never can tell.
Alright, so first thing first, we're gonna need a simple movement system. So let's get started with a third-person template. And just like that, we got a simple movement system. Is it just me or her animations looking kind of thick? Let me just do one of these and one of those. And please take my money. Alright, so let's create a new locomotion and blend space so we can use our newly bought animations. And just like that, we finished our movement system, which worked incredibly well and definitely had no bugs at all. Next up, we're going to make a socket and attach to the belt. And since the last time I touched Blender was 7 years ago, we're going to hippity hoppity, your model is now my property. Then I actually got started with the implementation of the combat system. To summarize everything up, I first created an array and converted 5 animation sequences to montages. Then I assigned a value from 1 to 5 to each of these animations and used some code to cycle through these animations. I also created a bunch of logic that determine if you can attack at the moment. For example, you cannot attack when you're already attacking.
Really cool.
Next up, we're going to create some map for the game. Luckily, I'm a professional 3D artist, so this shouldn't be a problem. So let me just... Ah yes, I love Unreal Engine. So first, we're going to find some HDRI to use in our game. Luckily, there are plenty of HDRI websites online. For example, HDRI Haven and G Academy. Next up, we're going to enable a plugin called the HDRI Backdrop and import our HDRI. Now just mess around with the setting and you would probably have something that look very nice. Next up, we're going to scatter some of these assets. I want the scene to feel kind of cold but also very vibrant. So first, I created a procedural snow material and slap it on the mountain mesh. Now to give the scene some more contrast, I added some pink flower to the scene. Now just animate your camera and add some procedural fog in the background. One simple trick I like to use is to add a cube behind the camera. The cube is going to cast some shadow, which provides some more realism to the scene. Lastly, I worked on a simple dashing system and of course another map. So first, I created a brand new custom event and called it dodging. With this custom event, I can determine if the player is able to dodge. I also just launched the player using the animation instead of launching it with velocity. The second map, I used the same technique of scattering meshes and this is the result. This video took over 100 hours to create, so I hope you enjoyed. Also subscribe to help me out.